Hello, and greetings from Team 14. My name is Ross Johnston, and I'm the opposition leader for this assignment. Our debate topic was Facebook makes society more open and connected, from which we took the negative position that Facebook does not make society more connected. As we got into the academic research, it was clear that with the number of users and global popularity Facebook enjoys, it was easy to find evidence of happy Facebook users. But the further we dug into the research, the clearer it became that Facebook can have tangible negative effects on users' connectedness, regardless of age, sex, and other related demographics. Research from various cited sources have shown that our original argument, Facebook makes society more connected, is simply incorrect and actually proves the detrimental effects Facebook has on the 6 key components that society uses to determine the quality of their interactions with other members of that society. I'll now break down those 6 components. Component 1, duration of relationship. According to Anthony Roberson and Gwendolyn Seidman, professors of psychology at Albright College, Facebook can have both positive and negative effects on relationships, but it all depends on what type of person you are and how you use the social networking site. If you tend to be jealous and untrusting, or tend to overuse Facebook, then it could make things worse for your relationship. Excessive time on Facebook can actually harm your relationships. Not only does Facebook use increase jealousy, one study found that high levels of Facebook use were associated with negative outcomes like cheating and couples breaking up. Such negative outcomes are generally the result of Facebook-related conflicts like contacting an ex-partner and constant partner monitoring. In fact, studies have shown that those who show obsessive signs of Facebook use, such as constant daily interruptions with thoughts of current posts and future posts, experience much greater levels of jealousy and relationship dissatisfaction, which ultimately leads to decreased connectedness with their partner. Component 2, frequency of interaction with other persons. The research by Fabio Sabatini and Francesco Saracino of the Leibniz Institute in 2014 argues that Facebook indeed helps to improve the frequency of interactions, but at the expense of social trust. The conflicting directions of online networks' effects on social networks and social trust also suggest that internet usage may be reinforcing the distinction between in-group and out-of-group relationships. Component 3, knowledge of the other person's goals. The virtual nature of Facebook allows users to have superficial relationships. Everybody knows the risk of sharing personal information on Facebook, or they should. It is likely that the information you see people posting is misleading and highly edited by that person, and is highly unlikely you'll get an accurate assessment of the other people's real goals for life. Component 4, physical intimacies or closeness with the other people. Obviously, the virtual nature of Facebook makes physical intimacy impossible. Real friends enjoy making real plans, sharing real time together. They enjoy the real intimacy and real closeness. This is obviously not possible through Facebook. Facebook may be a great way to launch products and services, but it is not the best platform for real, open, and connected society. This is the Facebook paradox. The more connected we are, the more alone we feel. Component 5, self-disclosure to the other person. We also challenge the reliability of the news we get from Facebook. Facebook content had to recently redesign the entire algorithm it uses for news posting in order to screen out the high volume of low-quality, incorrect posts. And it forced Facebook to ask the following questions to all users regarding the posts they read in an attempt to filter out inaccurate information. 1, is this information timely and relevant? 2, is this content from a source you would even trust? 3, would you share it with friends or recommend it to others? And 4, is the content genuinely interesting to you, or is it just trying to ask people to like the content? And finally, component number 6, familiarity with the other person's social network. Our research showed that repetitive posting on Facebook does lead to shallow and superficial connectedness. Our interpretation of academic research uncovered direct links between the number of friends you have on Facebook and the degree to which you are socially disruptive and narcissistic. Research shows that people who score highly on a narcissistic personality inventory questionnaire ultimately had more friends on Facebook, tagged themselves more often, and updated their news feeds more regularly. The research comes amid mounting evidence that young people are becoming increasingly narcissistic and obsessed with self-image and shallow relationships. With our phones at our constant disposal, we now only pay attention to the things our phones direct us to see at that very second. This leaves us increasingly disconnected from our friends, family, and coworkers as we simply turn to our devices when a human conversation no longer interests us. This creates a situation that makes society expect more from technology and increasingly less from humans. We are unquestionably headed towards creating a Siri-like society where the online world can offer unrealistic companionship without the very realistic demands of human relationships. In closing, once you get past the hype of having so many friends on Facebook and the short-term satisfaction of voyeuring into other people's lives, we believe that research clearly shows that spending too much time on Facebook leads to narcissism, depression, anxiety, and envy. It leads to digital relationships replacing human relationships and the constant editing of one's true self. And this ultimately leads to a less connected society. Thank you.